What's going on, guys? My name's Toastii, and today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know to tame a Reaper. Okay guys, before we start this video, I figured I'd let you guys know there's a lot of jump cuts in this video because the previous method that worked in Evolved does not work in Ascended. So I had to figure out a new way to do it halfway into recording this video. Now there's a lot to unpack here, so bear with me. I'm gonna try to keep it quick. And by the way, thanks for all the support on the last video. The support has been insane, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the nice comments and all the likes. It really does mean a lot. So first, to break things down, how do Reapers work? So to get a Reaper King, you need to get impregnated by a Reaper Queen. To get a queen to impregnate you, you need to do a lot of damage to her, and then she'll just put her baby in you, as kind of brutal as it seems. To deal with one of these queens, you need a handful of things. You need a trap, something to kite the queen with, and then something to damage the queen with. Now, there's a couple things you can kite the queen with, but as of right now, the only one I'm aware of that works with my trap design is a Spino. So in today's video, we're going to be kiting the Reaper Queen with a Spino. Now keep in mind, you're going to need a pretty beefy Spino. Make sure it has pretty decent stats. By decent stats, I mean, I would shoot for around 8k health and like 300 melee. Don't quote me on that one. Just make sure it's a pretty decent Spino. The other materials you're going to need a hazmat suit because Reapers only spawn in radiation, right? You're going to need a charge pet. If you don't know what a charge pet does, honestly, look it up. It's kind of too much to explain right now. Obviously, you're going to need a Spino. Make some sleeping bags or a bed because odds are you're probably going to die and mess this up a few times. It's not an easy tame. And then a set of flak, which you'll see why you need the flak in the future. There's going to be a pretty big jump cut in the recording right about now, okay? And I found out after a lot of testing that a lot of the old Reaper traps do not work. However, I was able to tweak one to work with only a Spino. And today I'm going to be showing you that one. I don't know who's the originator of this trap. However, I was able to modify it to make it work. Okay, to build this trap, you're gonna need about 12 triangle foundations, 6 doorways, 14 triangle ceilings, and about 10 ramps. Okay. So before, we were building our trap up here. Now we're gonna move down here into this little flat area right here, okay? Grab your triangle foundations, place 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be 5 triangles across, each with ones pointing towards the blue zone, right? Now you're basically gonna fill in the rest of the foundations to make a big triangle. Here's what we're working with, all right? Now, grab your doorways. I do the double doorways. It's just what I like. And you have to go 2 tall here. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Should look like this. On top of those doorways, pull out your triangle ceilings and face them the same way as your triangle. 1, 2. I'm going to use creative mode here. I know it's going to be a little harder for you if you're building on a server. On these triangle ceilings, pull out your double doorways and put 1 on the outside triangle of each. Now on top of that, you're going to do another triangle. Bang, bang, like that. So now you're going to go back down to the first triangle, and you want 4 on each side. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And now all you need is 3 on the top. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is what we're looking like so far. Now, the only thing you need to do is add your ramps. This is where the trap is different compared to Evolved. When you first pull out your ramp, you see it says metal roof right there. That's not gonna work. You need it to say metal ramp. It's very crucial that it says metal ramp. And as you can see, there's a very different steepness to the ramps as opposed to the roof and the stairs. You need it to have that gradual slope. So 1, 2. Now this is where it's going to get a little tricky. You're going to have to figure out how to make this work yourself. But you're eventually going to run out of foundation support. See, right here, I ran out of foundation support. So now grab in some extra foundations and just extend it as much as you need to make these ramps hit the ground. Oops, I hit the wrong button. And you see I am now on the ground. And that's it. That's how you make the trap. Now you might be wondering, oh, why does this trap only work with a Spino? I'm gonna show you why. When you get on your Spino and you try to walk into the trap, you'll notice your Spino walks right over it. This trap just doesn't work for Spinos. So now all we have to do is kite the Reaper into this trap. One thing that's worth noting, okay? You need a charge pet because when Reapers are under charge, they receive a lot of debuffs. They take a lot more damage, and I think that's about it. I think they just take more damage. But regardless, it makes them a lot weaker when they're under charge, okay? And one thing that's worth showing you, if you have a glow pet on your shoulder like I do, and you open up your emote wheel, the clap emote will turn your light pet off and on. So I have it binded to my one bracket button, and I press it, turns the glow pet off, turns the glow pet on. Now it's just an easy way to turn your charge on and off without throwing your glow pet off your shoulder. So my creative mode is off. Put on your hazmat. It's time to kite one of these Reapers. It's been a while. Hopefully I can do this the first time. Now keep in mind, this is hard to do. It might take you a couple of attempts. It's probably going to take me a couple attempts too, but I'm probably just going to cut them out and you probably will never see them. So run down from your trap, and this is where we're at on the map right now, right? There's going to be two paths, up path and down path. Take the down path. You're going to run into a lot of stuff, but it'll be okay. You're looking for the Reapers like to move like underwater, under the ground. They burrow and they move around, so you're gonna look for like dust on the ground. And as you can see, this is why you need something strong, because I'm getting jumped right now. Unreal. So now I'm just looking for a Reaper. Normally they spawn right around here. Yep, there it is. There's the dust. It's gonna crawl out of the ground. There's your Reaper Queen. So now you're gonna turn around and you're gonna run back for your trap. Keep in mind, if you get too far away from the Reaper, it will turn around and run away. But you know, just turn around and check to make sure he's still trying to eat you every now and then. Look, here he comes. Catch up to me. Keep running. Keep running. Like I said, this is a lot easier with another Reaper King, but it's very doable on a Spino. You can, if you use a Spino, you can kind of turn the Reaper into a somewhat early game tame. Alright, so I just jump cut back to with this new trap that actually works. And this is how you have to do it with the Spino. You need to be very patient here, because if you're not patient, the Reaper will avoid the trap. The new Dino AI makes dinos stay away from structures. However, these ramps are mellow enough to where the Reaper will follow you up the ramp if you go slow enough. So now you just want to square up with the ramp. And she's trapped. Now, as you can see, it's a little rough anymore to get it to work, but it does work. The strategy I use is I try to get the queen to chase me as close to the ramp as possible. And then you kind of have to slowly walk up the ramp. And from my experience, she burrows right before she gets to the ramp. And then if you just position yourself on the other side, she'll walk right up and through. And she's trapped. So now here comes the tricky part. This is where you have to actually damage the queen to a low enough HP to where she'll impregnate you. It's it has to be around 2000 HP. And there's only 2 ways to tell. You either use a magnifying glass or you use those tech goggles. Both of which pretty annoying to use. Back in the Evolve days, you could wait till the Reaper glows purple, but she doesn't do it anymore. So, you kind of just have to guess and check. So put your shine horn, or put your charge pet on, and then just start hitting her until she gets bloody. It's gonna take a while. She has a really high health pool. This is another pro to using a Spino, is as you can see, the queen can't even hit me from here, but I can hit her. So now just keep damaging her until she gets bloody. So you can see now that she has a lot of discoloration on her black spots. She has a lot of yellow spots. That means she's getting low. So this is where it's gonna get tricky, okay? However, being the genius I am, I have discovered a way to tell if the queen is ready to mate. And that is using the new photo mode. So if you enter photo mode, oh, that's creepy looking, right? You drive your camera into the queen, and you'll see a little pink ball. If that pink ball is there, she is ready to mate. Now you might be saying, hey, Toastii, how'd you figure this out? I'm just a freaking genius, dude. I'm a freaking genius. So once your queen is ready to mate, put on your flak. And you're gonna want the queen to aggro your character. You don't want your charge on, so just be careful because there's going to be a nameless that spawn. And then once... Oh, she just did the animation. Fuck. I kind of didn't really get a chance to explain it. But once the queen aggroes your character, she'll go and try to grab you. And that's how... And then she'll impregnate you. However, I obviously died right there. Okay, I died right there, but if you look in the bottom right, you'll notice I have a Reaper gestation. I flew back to my body, and I'm gonna try to explain in a little more detail what happened, okay? When you notice the Reaper is ready to impregnate you, you have to get the Reaper Queen to aggro your character, and your character cannot have a charge on, okay? And you'll notice she'll get down on 4 legs, and she's gonna try to grab you with her tail. When she grabs you with her tail, that's her impregnating you. So she's gonna grab you, impregnate you, and then you walk away with a Reaper gestation. Now, some things to note. Your Reaper baby can die. It can die in a couple different ways. 1, if you get killed by a player, and 2, if you enter radiation without a radiation suit on. Okay, those are the 2 main ways. And then, I don't know if you notice, but there's a +0 right there in the bottom right. Those are bonus levels you can add to your Reaper baby. So to get bonus levels, you just have to get experience from killing other dinos. So if we walk over here, you see there's a Carno. Watch what happens when I kill the Carno. You notice how it says 209 +0? I got 209 XP. You can get 75 bonus levels onto your Reaper. Now, it depends on the server on how long it's going to take you to actually get those levels. This is actually a base server, base vanilla rates, so it would actually take a while. But yeah, if you're on a boosted server, it shouldn't take long to get those +75 levels. Okay, I just adjusted my settings, and as you can see, I now only have 3 minutes to hatch my baby. So we're gonna have to move quick here, okay? When your baby gets ready to hatch, you need to make a 1x1. A 1x1 of pretty much any kind. So place down your 1x1, bang, bang, and make sure one of them you can get into, right? And then you do need a roof as well. Okay, I did crank up the XP as well. When you have your baby fully maxed out, it should look like that in the bottom right corner. See, you get 52,000 XP plus 75 levels. I now have all of the XP that I can get on my baby. So when your Reaper is ready to hatch, what I want you to do, right? This is kind of a way to bypass Ark's system This is kind of like the method I'm about to show you is a way to bypass needing Reaper pheromone to hand feed a baby Reaper, because baby Reapers are aggressive on birth until they hit juvenile. So what you do is you make a 1x1, you fill your inventory with raw meat, and when you claim the baby, you let the baby eat you, and then it'll harvest all of the meat in your character into the baby's inventory. So I'm going to show you what that process looks like. Alright, 10 seconds to go. So just to recap, when the baby comes out, I'm going to claim it, and then I'm going to let it kill me with all of this meat in my inventory. Oh, it's blue! Badass. So claim, and then I stay on this end, let it kill me. Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! This Reaper doesn't want to kill me. Okay, I fucked up. I turned my mating up too high. The Reaper just matured way too quickly, and I never got to let it kill me. Honest mistake, but you just do what I do, and you let the Reaper kill you. And that's how you put all the meat in its inventory. I want to apologize to all of you, okay? When I first started making this video, I didn't think they would have changed anything in the process of getting a Reaper. And obviously I was very wrong. So I kind of had to stop recording halfway through and figure out a new way to do it. Upon searching for it through YouTube, I haven't found another person that explained how to get a Reaper in like a reasonable way, which further motivated me to figure out an easier way for everybody to get a Reaper. So I know there's a lot of jump cuts in the video. I apologize. I mean, the content's there. You're just gonna have to be patient. It might take you a couple attempts. It might take you a couple of Spinos. It's not an easy thing to do, but the reward is definitely worth it. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. And if you have any suggestions to make this process a little bit easier, let us know. Thank you guys for watching. Consider liking and subscribing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out.